Live from KSAT12, the news at noon starts right now.
Well, bad blood between blood relatives ends in a shooting, and a deadly one at that.
San Antonio police say a man shot and killed a family member during a dispute.
That's right. As Katrina Weber reports, it's still unclear whether police are calling this a murder or not.
The police cars parked in front of this home in the 1700 block of Lavin Drive hint at the trouble in the backyard. San Antonio police say that is where a 59-year-old man and his adult nephew got into an argument after 7 this morning that ended with bullets flying. The 43-year-old nephew was shot and died as a result. The uncle called 911 himself and was still there when police arrived. One neighbor told me off camera that she heard what sounded like 5 gunshots, but off in the distance. She says she was surprised to come out and see the crime scene right here, and even more shocked to hear what happened. While officers quickly figured out how it happened, they were not sure right away why it did. They took the uncle into custody, but left it to detectives to determine how angry words ended with physical violence. Any charges would come later. At the time when the shooting happened in the backyard, police say there was one other adult inside the home who was not injured. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
And a look outside with live cam, 62 degrees. San Antonio showing off for the second day in a row, Sarah.
I know, beautiful weather. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but by tomorrow morning, we're going to have some fog, and then the rest of the week is going to be a little misty and a little drizzly. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the day, though, as you're planning your afternoon. 68 degrees for the high temperature today. And later on tonight, we're going to see clouds increase, winds from the southeast bringing in some Gulf of Mexico moisture. We're also going to see some wispy high and cirrus clouds work their way in. And because of that, I want to give you a sunset alert before it happens. Sunset tonight at about 5:40, and the best viewing time will be between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the 60s because we'll have those wispy thin cirrus clouds out there. That'll make for a beautiful, colorful, cotton candy sunset. So make sure to check that out and make sure to send in your pictures to our KSAT Connect feature on our weather app. So we've got one last day today with low humidity, but then dampness could start as early as tomorrow. Although really we'll lock in on the rain more so Thursday through Saturday. Finally, I want to talk about Christmas, a mild Christmas Eve and a mild Christmas Day with a small rain chance in the mix as well. Those details coming up in a bit. Tiffany, Max.
Thank you, Sarah. San Antonio police tell us an early morning walk to a Denny's restaurant ended with a girl being shot overnight. This all happened around 3 a.m. This is the 7100 block of Northwest Loop 410 near Culebra. Police telling us 2 girls walking to the restaurant when 4 other girls with masks drove into that parking lot, demanded the victim's property. When they refused, police say the girl was shot. She was taken to the hospital. SAPD not reporting any arrests, anyone in custody so far. However, officers say they do have an idea of who the suspect is because of an apparent Instagram post.
An early morning fire sends crews to an east side home undergoing remodeling. The fire broke out around 6 this morning in the 100 block of South Mesquite Street. That's not far from East Commerce Street and North Hackberry Street. Firefighters said when they arrived, they found the home boarded up with smoke pouring out through the front door. A battalion chief said all the boards were still in place, so it didn't appear as if any homeless person was inside. Authorities say the fire started in a back corner of the house, so it's possible that it was related to the renovations, but they couldn't say for sure. A fire investigation team will try and figure out the exact cause. A week after Uvalde County's district attorney and other county leaders ended its partnership with the town's center, the Uvalde CISD unanimously decided it will lean on the Children's Bereavement Center of South Texas for at least one more semester. Students, staff, parents, and the community have relied on the place for counseling since the Robb Elementary shooting. $120,000 of grant money will be used to fuel the partnership for the next few months.
21 Democratic lawmakers, including Representative Joaquin Castro, writing a letter to the Attorney General Merrick Garland. They're expressing what they say is a grave concern about Texas SB 4, Senate Bill 4. They want the federal government to now step in. Their letter says in part, quote, "We urge you to assert your authority over federal immigration and foreign policy and pursue legal action as appropriate to stop this unconstitutional and dangerous legislation from going into effect," end quote. On the other side of the aisle, supporters praising Governor Greg Abbott's move, saying it provides Texas with another way to protect our southern border. And the governor himself had this to say.
The only thing we are doing by this law is making sure that our law enforcement have the tools they need to actually take action against those who are actually coming across the border illegally.
SB 4 makes it a state crime to cross the Texas-Mexico border illegally.
Happening today, residents in South San Antonio may hear the sounds of bombs exploding this week, but police say not to worry. The bomb squad will be participating at the San Antonio Police Department Training Academy of Southeast Loop 410 near 281. Training started at 9 this morning, and it's set to go until 1 this afternoon, and then again noon to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Still lots to come here at the news at noon. Go Spurs go, sitting at 4-21. A big game coming up tonight, taking on the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo. What can we expect? Who will not be playing? We're going to explain.
And after being recognized by the White House, the president of St. Philip's College wants to create more opportunities for people right here. We'll explain after the break.
Welcome back and happy Tuesday. A big honor for the president of St. Philip's College. After years of working in different educational roles, Dr. Adena Williams-Loston recently recognized by the White House.
Her mission now is to work on bringing more educational and economic opportunities for Black Americans. She shares how her life experiences and journey has prepared her for this new role.
The pictures and awards on these walls show just a small glimpse of the life of the 14th president of St. Philip's College.
Every job I ever held until I arrived at St. Philip's College, I was either the first Black or the only Black in that position.
Dr. Adena Williams-Loston broke barriers in her career, and not only higher education institutions, but even at NASA, where she served as a director of education.
I served as the highest ranking African American female in the agency at NASA.
The educational trailblazer has another accomplishment to add to her wall and a memorable story to share.
We were sworn in by Vice President Kamala Harris, and then they asked us to just have a seat. And so we sat back down, and a person whispered in my ear, "The president is coming."
In October, Loston was appointed by President Joe Biden to the White House initiative on advancing educational equity, excellence, and economic opportunity for Black Americans.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime. There are 5 working groups focusing in on Black genius, post-secondary and career education, middle-income America, civil rights, and then the future for Black Americans.
Loston feels fully prepared for this new role.
I know and understand the circumstances when you don't have access or you have limited access or being marginalized.
She shares some of her experiences.
I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the segregated South. Every time I entered a public building, I entered through the back door. I was not engaged in an integrated academic setting until I went to graduate school.
Her father played a big role in her life.
My father being the first Black self-employed master plumber, Daddy charged people according to the way they talked to his children.
As Loston serves on the Committee for Post-Secondary and Career Education, she hopes to give voice to what's happening in San Antonio.
We know that access is an issue. We know that affordability is an issue. We know that we virtually sometimes have to case manage every student because when they're coming to us, education is but one of the competing priorities in their lives. And so we have to be prepared to address homelessness, hunger, food insecurity, a parenting student.
Loston looks forward to diving into these issues and knows her father, who also accomplished a lot in his life.
He was being recognized by the Caring Institute as one of the most caring people in America. He was recognized through the Nixon administration, the Carter administration, and the Clinton for his work.
Is celebrating her.
I just know Daddy would be immensely proud.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
I could talk to her for days. She has such an incredible story.
It was incredible. Also incredible, the weather right now. Look at this. Yesterday, Tiff, you said it best. It was a picture-perfect day. Another one out there, bright blue sky. So, Sarah Spivey's is going away?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we will see more cloud cover and even some rain in the mix as well. So soak up the low humidity while you can. Now the aquifer is down 0.2 of a foot, so it could use a little bit of rain in the days ahead. Mountain cedar is still high, but down from yesterday's pollen count, and molds are low. So not a great looking pollen count this Tuesday. All right, take a look at the humidity forecast here. Very dry outside right now, but by tomorrow, dew points will be rising. By Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it'll be downright muggy. We're going to have areas of mist and drizzle for your morning commute tomorrow. Details coming up.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back, Jinx. Happy Tuesday.
We're just so excited to be here.
We're so excited to be here and even more excited for the weather. You see other parts of the country dealing with snow, rain, weather in the 30s, but here we are blessed.
We are. If we get through our hot summers so that we can enjoy these mild winters, don't we, here in San Antonio? And it's been a beautiful day. Started off gorgeous. Take a look at this morning's sunrise. Thank you so much, Martha, for sending in this picture to our KSAT Connect feature on our weather app. A beautiful sunrise because of those cirrus clouds. And guess what? Those cirrus clouds are going to be around for sunset too. Here's a look at the clouds and temperatures. You can see the cirrus clouds moving in from the west. If you're out in Carissa Springs, you look up, that sky's got a milky hue to it because of those cirrus clouds. 64 in Del Rio, 61 in San Antonio, 63 in New Braunfels, 61 in Kerrville. Zooming into the metro area a little bit, it's 66 at Stinson, 64 JBSA Randolph, and it's still 59 in Bernie and in Canyon Lake. But this afternoon, our highs is going to be in the upper 60s right around 3 or 4 o'clock, so just in the next couple of hours. Then by this evening, if you've noticed the trend the last few nights, we've quickly cooled after sunset. That's not necessarily going to be the case today. We're going to slowly cool this evening only into the 50s, mid 50s by midnight. The reason for that, clouds are going to increase, acting like a blanket to keep the heat in from the day. And then also we are going to see the humidity come up just a smidge. Here's a look at the weather setup across the nation. You can see that it's fairly quiet across the Central Plains. We've got some rain across parts of California, and we've got a dynamic system which is on its way out across parts of the Northeast, parts of New York getting some snow, parts of New England getting some rain and a snow mix. Meanwhile, we've got kind of the mild forecast around Texas right now. You take a look and the cold air is really trapped to the north and to the northern tier of the United States. We've got a high pressure system which has been overhead. It's starting to move off to the east. And you can kind of see when I put on the humidity map here that green is showing up right across parts of the Rio Grande Valley. That's because those winds are turning around from the southeast, bringing in that Gulf of Mexico moisture. And that's going to be the biggest change to our forecast tomorrow and to our weather tomorrow, is that we will have that lower level moisture, which will appear in the form of some fog early tomorrow morning, and eventually we will see some rain from this as well. So as you look at the futurecast fog, by early tomorrow morning commute, if you are still going to work and things like that, you will have areas of fog on your early morning commute, perhaps even some areas of patchy mist and drizzle. The rain chance tomorrow is fairly low. It isn't until Thursday that we start to see kind of those damp conditions really settle in on Thursday. That'll be the case on Friday too. Then over the weekend, a few shots at rain, isolated rain on Saturday and Sunday. There's a chance for some scattered showers and perhaps even some scattered storms as well. We'll keep you posted. What is Sunday? It's Christmas Eve. Monday is Christmas Day. It's starting to look like the forecast is trending drier for Christmas Day itself. So here's your Christmas sneak peek. Christmas Eve Sunday, scattered rain. Christmas Day Monday, mostly cloudy. Temperatures are not going to be cold, okay? We're going to be near 70 degrees on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Coming up, I'm going to talk about which areas of the nation are going to see a white Christmas, though. Again, it will not be us. We have never seen a white Christmas here in San Antonio. But as you look at the forecast, the biggest thing is after today's beautiful weather, the forecast will be turning more gray and more damp with opportunities for rain. Also, we'll look at potential rainfall totals in the next half hour, too.
All right, some changes on the way. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. How about them Cowboys? So big loss on the road and another big road game coming up. How will they fare? And if you're Cowboys, you're probably smiling from ear to ear today because what happened to the Eagles last night. All right, speaking of football, oh my goodness, the Frisco Bowl is here. What you need to know before UTSA takes on Marshall and a thundering herd. Good afternoon. Welcome back and go Spurs go. Not some great news tonight. Spurs rookie Victor Wembanyama not playing in Milwaukee because of right ankle soreness. If you saw the situation, his ankle went like 45 degrees the wrong way. He walked it off, but clearly has a little soreness. Remember, he had 17 points, 13 rebounds in the Spurs' 146-110 loss to the Pelicans. 8 straight double-doubles, his 14th overall this season. And here's a fun fact. Spurs, the youngest team in the NBA. So Victor was asked if that's contributing to their inconsistent play.
It might explain it, but it doesn't mean it's okay. You know, we're not trying to find any excuses. And, the goal, any team's goal is trying to be consistent. And we're underway, but, you know, there's no excuses.
No excuses. All right, so the Wemby-less game tonight, 7 o'clock, Bucks Spurs, start of a 3-game road trip. Milwaukee, we're not betting people here, but if we were, fun fact, Milwaukee favored by 16.5 points.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
We got to find out what the lines on the Cowboys games are, because once again, the Cowboys played poorly on the road, losing to the Buffalo Bills 31-10. So Dallas trailed 31-3 before scoring this touchdown, their only touchdown of the game, CeeDee Lamb sweep, and that happened 2:48 left in the fourth. They are now 3-4 on the road this season compared to 7-0 undefeated at home. They average nearly 40 points per game at home, but just 21.7 on the road. That is an 18.2 point differential, and it is the third largest in the entire Super Bowl era.
You know, we play so well at home, and there's just too big of a gap in our road games. Yeah, we're conscious of it.
I wish I could put my finger on what's the difference in the home team and the away team that we're approaching this thing. But it's about going and finding those answers. We've got some great problem solvers.
Yeah, we got to be much better on the road, regardless of what's in front of us and all the other conversations, because there's too big of a gap between home and away.
All right, so if Mike and Dak don't put a smile on your face, this will, if you're a Cowboys fan. Seahawks besting the Philadelphia Eagles 20-17. The Cowboys love that result because it keeps the Cowboys first place in the NFC East. Okay, workers at Toyota Stadium in Frisco getting ready for the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl tonight. Game featuring the UTSA Roadrunners, our own Roadrunners, and of course the Marshall Thundering Herd. Hopefully it ends with a bowl win, the first of the UTSA's era. So Mary is in Frisco, and she had important coffee questions with, of course, UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor.
Jeff, there's a rumor floating around here that the winning coach is going to get doused with some coffee after the game. Do you have a preference of coffee?
We're at Toyota Stadium with the UTSA football team as the Roadrunners try to bring home their first ever bowl win. And if they were to accomplish the feat, instead of a traditional Gatorade shower, what does legendary head coach Jeff Traylor think about possibly getting doused with a big cup of Joe?
I've never won a bowl game, so I haven't even got that far ahead. But if we were so fortunate to be able to do that, you know, I'm one of those kind of guys that, you know, I have a little coffee with my cream. So not a black coffee guy for sure. It's going to be sweet. And so if it goes on my bald head, preferably something sweet so I can maybe enjoy the taste.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
I could always have coffee. Cuban coffee, all types. All
types. All right, UTSA and Marshall playing tonight, 8 o'clock at Toyota Stadium in Frisco. UTSA, since we're going to be talking about betting lines, UTSA is favored by 11.5 points. Again, first bowl victory possibly tonight. We're going to have all the pregame coverage later today. KSAT12 starting at 5 p.m. And this is cool. I'm a big fan.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'd still rather Gatorade on my head than coffee, but you know.
Okay,
we'll
fine. But what type of Gatorade? What flavor?
Ooh, red.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with red.
There's more to come. University Health and CDC both tracking an increase in respiratory illnesses. How to stay safe as you attend holiday gatherings.